I understand, Jack, today is your birthday, is that right? Today is your birthday? That's right, April the 6th. Very good. Well, listen, we understand that you told me, I believe, that you joined St. John in 1923. What year did you join St. John?
1990.
Oh, 1919. I beg your pardon. So you've been here a long time too.
67 years.
67 years. Well, wonderful. Well, I know that you can tell us a lot about St. John, having been here that long. Now, who was the pastor then?
Reverend C.C. Harper.
Reverend C.C. Harper. Describe Reverend Harper to us. Was he a short man, or how did he look? What kind of man?
He was slim, tall.
Slim and tall.
Slim, tall.
Right.
Slim, tall guy. He preached. I asked a lot of members that was in St. John with me. He can't remember. I said, now, what about Harper? You seen he didn't do? They couldn't remember. I said, Harper never got from behind that altar when he preached.
Is that right?
He never moved.
Move from it. Move from.
When he stretched them hands up there, he was swollen.
Is that right?
That's right. He was all outside. Couldn't get into church.
Well, I heard that. Heard the church was crowded both morning and night. And some people are surprised about service being crowded at night. But of course, our working habits were different then, and a lot of people worked in the morning and didn't get to church until night service. Right. But we had overflow. I understand we had overflow. Is that right? What, can you remember a sermon that he preached?
Dr. Green told me, he said that is his favorite church.
Is that right?
He and his wife got there 3 Sundays. Couldn't get a seat.
Right.
And they went on to sale.
Is that?
And they happened to get a seat there.
Uh-huh.
Harper and M.B. Bilbrew had town tied up.
Is that right?
Harper had the north and M.B. Bilbrew had the south.
Now, what church did Reverend Bilbrew pastor?
Salem Baptist.
I see.
Yeah, Salem Baptist.
And so you couldn't get in either one of those churches, huh?
He got in there. Yeah. The 3rd time he got there, he happened to get a seat. And he joined there. He said, well, he wanted St. John.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember any of the sermons that Dr. Harper preached, the titles of them? I understand that sometimes he would preach his sermon every year, the same subject matter, like the eagle stir the nest or something. Do you remember any of those sermons that he preached?
Yeah.
Which one do you remember?
Oh, he used to preach 52 seconds in the day. And then Harper's on the Willer. All of Harper's is playing on the Willer. And he preached another sermon.
Right. Yeah, Miss
Harper's on the Willer. And the 52 cars in the deck. And some other sermon he preached.
Right. Well, that's fine. Tell me about some of the officers of the church. Now, who was the chairman of the board when you joined church?
When I joined the church, there was a guy named Bagsby. Bagsby.
Right. Okay.
And there's a whole lot of older Bagsby and Walker Johnson. And Curtis.
Now, Deacon Curtis, of course, is grandfather of Ella Mae Warner and Pearl Warner and Lucille Warner, right? Well,
Another guy was on the board. Backus.
Yeah, Backus, right. I saw his name in a publication of Dr. Harper's here, and I see on the deaconess board, the chair lady was a Miss Millie Robinson, and then also on that board was Mother Eliza Standerford.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that she was the one where the church was organized. Does she have any family members in our church today?
No, she didn't have no family. No, she owned a house on Allen Street. And she willed it to a lady, Miss Owens, to take care of her. Yeah, Miss Owens took care of her and watched her until she died.
I see.
Miss Owens got the home. Miss Owens was a member there too. I forget her first name.
Right.
And there's another old deacon now. His name was Butler. I forget his first name, but he's way back there. He's on there when Harvard was there.
Wonderful.
Butler and then this other guy.
Well, that's all right. We just would put the people, what we wanted the people to do is to kind of imagine the church in that day. And of course, you've already told us about the large crowds and that he was a great preacher. But he not only was a great preacher, I can see that he was a great educator and a leader. And of course, he built, and St. John, with St. John's support, built the institution. Did you ever get to go into the institute and see what was some of the things that they had in the institution?
Well, they had this kind of often home upstairs.
An offering home upstairs,
Yeah.
right? I see.
Well, he opened that up in 1919.
Is that right?
Yeah, I see it in that book. What they said on Gilliard and that, but it's Allen and Trinity.
Yeah, that was the name of the street
Yeah,
before they changed it to Gilly. Allen and Trinity.
Gilliard wasn't there.
I see.
And they had beds and everything up there, staying up there.
A dormitory for girls without
With Joanna come to Dallas, that's where she stayed.
Miss Joanna Williams.
Joanna Early,
Yes, she was Joanna Early,
yeah,
and she stayed in the dormitory
that's
there.
where she stayed up there.
Is that right? I understand that Sadie Ellis, the late Miss Sadie Ellis, also stayed
That's right.
in that.
Sadie Ellis,
Well, besides the orphanage, what else did he have in the institute?
how many questions?
Anything else that was in the institute besides the orphan home? What was on the next floor? What was on the floor downstairs?
Well, they had church on the bottom floor.
I see. All right.
And then in the basement, that's where they cooked there.
They had a dining room in the basement.
And up on that third floor, where all the goods stayed there.
All right. And then I understand, weren't there some old folks that stayed there too?
Yeah,
An old folks home.
yeah.
All right. When was it that we moved from the church on Allen and Cochran and began to worship at St. John on Allen and Gilliard? What year was that? Do you remember what year we did no longer go on Allen and Cochran?
Yeah, well, when Harper took the church, it was on Allen and Cochran. Took it in 27. Took it in 15. And he stayed there till 1927. When he built that institute, then that's when he went to preaching down there.
I see.
He went to
Preaching down there. I see. When the institute was completed. Well, you have been here at St. John a long time, and you've seen a lot, and of course we know that you love the church a lot. For many years you worked down at the athletic building, didn't you? And you came in contact with a great number of Dallas's finest men and most wealthy and all, and so you would let them know about our church, and through you our church was a beneficiary of many fine gifts. Tell us some of those persons who through you gave up a great deal to St. John. Who were some of those men that you came in, like Mr. Hobbinsdale and Thornton and others, who gave to St. John because they knew you? Tell us who the names of some of those men you knew downtown who gave to St. John.
Downtown,
Uh-huh.
oh, the Hobbinsdale
All right. Yeah, who else?
and John Q. Adams.
Mm-hmm.
After Hobbinsdale died,
Right.
John Q. Adams killed the kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
walked around from this Mansfield, killed the kindergarten, and put the fish around it.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
And that was because of your influence, because they knew Jack and appreciated you. And I know our church appreciates you for it.
And then Hobbinsdale passed by, and seen a lot of kids playing out in the streets.
Mhm.
And he said, what is that going on there? That's a kindergarten. Reverend Estelle got there. So that's dangerous for them children playing in the streets. Had to buy that place. Keep on
Is that right?
with a church.
I want.
And they used it for $1 a year.
Mm.
And then after he died, before he died, Reverend Estelle was going all around trying to find
Mm-hmm.
to come in.
Right.
He couldn't find that. He told me he'd been all around Garland, Langston, Grand Prairie, and stuff like that. And I told Mr. Howard there about it. I said, I'm pastor trying to find some ground. Bring Bishop here. He said, if you don't, it's going to go broke. He said, sure enough? Yeah. He said, I said, so bunch out there in Oak Cliff is buying some land out there in Winchester on auction. They ain't paid for it. They paid so much money. So he sent Fred Lane out there. He investigated Fred Lane. Said, bought all of it out. Get them guys their money back. Bowens and Alto. And 3 or 4 of them was in it out there buying some land, gonna build some house.
Right.
And Howard bought it from them Smith brothers.
Is that right? Is that
Yeah,
right?
bought that 100 acres from them Smith brothers.
Brothers.
And then Bishop come on out here.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I know the church appreciates, I know that Reverend Estelle appreciated the contacts that you were able to make, and we certainly do thank you for giving us this insight into the years of St. John, and happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.